morning, good afternoon, good evening. Oh, I gotta reset the daily sub thing. How is everyone? I'm back. Had a day off yesterday. Was pretty productive. Hello. Hi, Son. Hi, Nick. So, I don't know if anyone has noticed yet, but hopefully it is showing up properly, but we should have new emotes. Woohoo! There we go. There they are. There they are. There they are. Gee. New emotes. New emotes. Yeah. I think in celebration of us getting to 100 followers, I decided to, these aren't commissioned emotes, but they were, I did buy some new emotes for us, so the old emotes are still available. I just moved them to the free follower tier, so anyone who followed me but didn't sub can now use those emails as a thank you for helping me reach this milestone. And if you're subbed, you can use the fancy new ones. You love them? I'm glad. I thought they were really cute, yeah. There's a couple animated ones. Affiliates have a bunch of new slots. Yeah, I think it's like mostly for animated ones, and then it ties into how many channel points you have. But it's very exciting. There's new stuff for, as an affiliate, you can also now get the 60-40 split if you have enough channel points for 3 months. Though I think for the most part, to be able to get that many paid subs, because gifted subs don't count. The gifted subs don't count. So I think to get that many paid subs, you're probably partner already, but I mean, there are a lot of people who can make the partner, who fit the partner requirements, who don't actually get partners, so maybe that's why. But yes, it's all very exciting. But yeah, I was doing this before stream started. I actually had dinner. I've got tea. Hey, Drakon! Hello! Good. Wait, I was just talking about how I added new emotes for subs, and I also moved the older emotes we have to the free follower tier. So everyone's got emotes now in celebration of the fact that we hit 100 followers. Woohoo! Partner requires a lot of concurrent viewers. Yeah, it's 75 concurrent viewers for X amount of time. I can't remember, probably the 3 months. And then you gotta apply, and they gotta evaluate to see if they think you're worthy. So there's a lot of people who never get it, and like some people who just move over to YouTube when that happens. Because apparently if you meet the partner requirements on Twitch, you'll probably meet it on YouTube, and I guess on YouTube they're much more generous with approving people to get monetized. I don't know. That's just what I heard. Yeah. I hope everyone had a good day off. I did some cleaning. I scheduled a bunch of TikToks out for a while. I scheduled a bunch of shorts on the YouTube channel out for a while. I uploaded and scheduled a bunch of VODs. did some planning for some upcoming stuff in February. Gonna be trying a bunch of new stuff in February. You can finally watch stream in source quality. Yay! I guess like your internet stuff finally got sorted out. That's good. It's always nice when you don't got a potato anymore. They installed today? Nice! Nice. God, yeah, I was tangentially related. I was cleaning my PC today, and one side is completely clear, so I can see the dust inside on the cables. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna have to actually open this up one of these days, but I'm afraid to open it up. I've just been using the compressed air to blow stuff out of the vents. Which, I mean, still gets a lot of dust out. Whew. I flipped it upside down because there is a vent on the bottom, and oh my god. Dust bunnies. Literally dust bunnies. I might have to get a riser for the PC so it actually has airflow beneath it so that stops happening. I don't know if that would actually make it better, but it's a thought. About every 6 months? Yeah. I've had this PC for a year and I haven't opened it up yet, so it definitely needs some TLC inside. But because it was a pre-built PC, the screws were, it feels like you need, like, the hook to unscrew these screws. I tried very briefly to see if I could do it. Was not happening. So I don't know if I'm gonna have to actually, like, take it in somewhere and get them to clean it, because I can't get the screws. The alternative is, ask one of my IRL guy friends, like, hi! I need you to come get these screws off my PC for me. Yeah, it's just, yeah, getting the stuff open, because the very first time I tried cleaning my PC about 6 months ago, I briefly tried to get some of the screws out, and it was like a combination of, it's like, I don't think I have small enough screwdrivers, and the ones that I could get, like, a screwdriver that fit for, I don't think I had enough strength to really get it going. It's like, oh my god. Do I need a drill? Do we need to, like, get a drill and, like, reverse this? Because everyone making me do planks and push-ups and stuff on stream has definitely helped me get stronger. Like, when I flipped my PC over, it was much easier. No. When I say drill, I don't mean because unless I'm mistaken, you can use a drill to unscrew screws the same way you can use them to put screws into something. You reverse the motor. So that's what I was joking about. Like, do I need a drill for this? Like, do we need to reverse this? I'm pretty sure you can anyway. It's been a while since I've actually used power tools. Tease it a little, you have to be very careful. Way more torque. True. Yeah, I don't do stuff willy-nilly, fortunately. Papa Melis was like a homebrew carpenter and also an engineer. So even though I don't really fix a lot of stuff on my own, because of... Hola! Yeah, because of, tight factory screws are super common. Once you get them off the first time, it's all good. Good to know. May just have to block off a couple days off stream to go, I need to open this PC. My shoulders are probably going to be killing me. I will now proceed to expire in the corner. Alright, now where's my stuff? But yeah, no, type factory screws makes perfect sense, unfortunately. Oh my god. Where? Ah! Nope, not quite. My phone is blocking. No, for sure. Yeah. Since Papa Melis was is like an engineer by trade, I learned how to handle some of this stuff in my childhood when I was a little cat. Haven't really had many opportunities to actually use the knowledge because landlords understandably don't really like it when you start doing home renovations on your own. But it's one of those things, like, in theory, if, I ever had to, like, bang, like, a nail back in place, I know what I'm doing. I know how to, like, find, the studs in the wall and stuff for hanging, like, the basic stuff. Oh, Jesus! No, I would not go that far. Even though I was joking about using a drill, I would not actually do that. Maybe get one of those, screwdrivers where there's, you can twist the handle to help you. But not actually drills, God. Drilling with a Chromebook? One wrong move, you would punch right through that thing. They're so thin. Yeah, no, those are definitely great. When I moved out of my parents' place, my Papa Melis gifted me a toolbox with, like, basically everything under the sun, but by everything under the sun, I mean, it was all the stuff he didn't want to use anymore because it was old or rusty or, like, yeah, not, like, the greatest quality. But I have stuff. I think I even have, like, a mini saw in there. Never had to use it, but, like, I'm pretty sure I found one, and I'm like, oh my god. It's like, Dad, what did you... I'm not sure what circumstance I would need a saw in, but, like, you know what? It may be helpful one day. I think... I was still doing a lot of cosplays. I'm gonna go buy a pulse. Yeah, I think... Since I was still doing a lot of cosplay stuff back then, I think, Pop Armelis was like, I don't know if she could actually use this, but she might. Because Papa Armelis used to do leather work stuff as a hobby. So, I actually made shoes for a cosplay at one point. Wouldn't recommend it, not because it was particularly, like, hard or anything, it's just, without the proper gloves and thimbles, leather needles frickin' hurt. Like, they are so sharp, and they are basically three-dimensional. So there's blades on all sides, so if you're not wearing thimbles, you're gonna cut your fingertips. But it's really hard to pull the needle through when you're wearing thimbles, so it just sucked either way. I had calluses on my fingers for a couple months after that. Learned my lesson with that one. Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. And let's see here. And get the sound. Excellent. Oh my god. Why is this game so loud? Alright, burn that down. Boop! Boop! Ta-da! Alright. Today's the day we get Edgeworth off. Today's the day we get Edgeworth acquitted. Phrasing. I thought about making that joke on Twitter, and I was like, no. No, let's not do that. And then I just accidentally made it anyway. Whoops. Well, that's a clip at least. But yeah, we're gonna try and get Edgeworth acquitted. Since I'm off tomorrow, I can try and go a little later than usual, so for sure we should wrap up this case today. I had mentioned maybe doing a bonus stream Friday morning just to grind through Final Fantasy III. I might still do it. We'll just have to play it by ear because I totally forgot I had an errand to run and I had to be somewhere at 10:30 in the morning. So as long as it doesn't take like an hour, I should be back like by lunchtime, and then I can stream for like a couple hours and then like take a break and then come back at 7 for what we have scheduled. So we'll see. We shall see. Alright, final day. Let's go. Let's go, let's go. And I immediately need to sneeze. Oh my god. December 28th, 9:51 a.m. Happy not quite New Year. It's definitely no longer Christmas, though. This is it. Judgment Day. No, that's the 4th of July. Today, things are going to get settled. At last. A lot of things. Oh, I thought we were having an outage for a second. They kept having random outages at work yesterday, too. Hilariously. I don't know. They were doing some kind of construction in the building, and then the power kept going out. Who's doing construction without, like, you know, shutting off breakers? I don't know. Why are you doing construction during work hours? I don't know. What's the big idea? Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with the stun gun yesterday. I don't think that's how... I don't think you store the electricity from being electrocuted in your body. I think that's just some really bad static electricity. Anyhow, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick. Yeah. Thanks, Maya. Edgeworth is looking glum as always. Turn that frown upside down. I hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard. Well, what are you doing? Sorry! I'm sorry! I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back. Maya, stop touching people. Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge? Thank you for the head pat. Right. Good idea. Maya's trying her best. She is absolutely trying her best. Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out. And Gumshoe's gonna get it, isn't he? Ah, yes! I heard Pat, so I spawned. It's like a dog whistle. Yeah, boy, yeah, boy. Oh, I can't actually whistle, though. Nope. I got like half a whistle once, and that was it. What's gotten into that girl? Detective Gumshoe? Morning! Mr. Edgeworth? There was an attempt. Oh, there was an attempt. It's hilarious because I was watching a stream and someone was like, how do you whistle? And the streamer was like, okay, so you do this, and then you just blow. And I'm like, there's no way that works. And then I tried it and it worked. But like, 2 months later, I tried again and I couldn't do it anymore. I don't remember what stream it is, so it's not like I can even go back to the bot and go like, sir! Oh my god, the Kali Kazoo thing, yes, yes, yes. Tell me first to be sure. Okay. Alright, attack dog, good to know. It just reminded me of it, fair. Altair in Hollow Stars has done the kazoo thing too. I think that's like a really fun way to get around whistling and also reward people who donate to Super Chats. Callie used to have a recorder she would do sounds on too. How did it go, detective? Have no fear, as promised, I've captured our runaway caretaker. I just brought him in. Took all night, pal. You can do both, that's impressive. Nope, that is not a whistle. Yeah, I think it's harder for me to do the inhale version versus the exhale, and I can't really do either. The only time I could sort of whistle was when I was really giving it my all to learn how to sing. So the breath control really helps with whistling. Yogi says he's forgotten his own name. But that has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember, and I'm going to prove it. Well, good luck. Can whistle non-stop forever? Oh my... Impressive. Nope. Nope. Alright, there was something there. All I can make is like the deflated balloon noise. I don't know if the mic's actually picking that up. The prosecution is ready. Nope. I feel myself going right in the face trying that. Let's not. I'll practice off stream. We have reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. I ask that the prosecution submit decisive evidence whistle practicing stream. You know what? That could be fun. That could be interesting. I feel like that would only be a 1 hour stream before I either succeed, give up, or pass out. Come on, don't be awed into silence by every little thing he says. Why not? Be beautiful and be adorable. Aw, well, thank you. Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. Unfortunately. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this, and I mean, why would he? I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Very well. Please bring the witness into the courtroom. Ladies and gentlemen, and the people in between, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity. Witness? Why did you run away yesterday? The witness was not running away, as he will now testify. I see. Very well. Please begin your testimony. Why I left court? I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did, but I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly, you see? I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? And I don't got one. So, my testimony yesterday stands as is. I wonder. Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we? He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi, you're Yanni Yogi, and I'm going to prove it. Hey, Babu! No, Babu. Boo-boo! Hey, Boo-boo! Why I left court. Really sorry, Polly. Murder is fine. That's a motive. I wouldn't say that so casually. Let's see here. Present. Let's see. File. Note. Oh, come on. Oh, right. But Karma took the stupid note we had, so we can't use that as evidence. Oh, Maya! If he forgot his identity, why does he remember this Polly, whoever that is? Polly is his pet parent. So, he remembers recent stuff, supposedly. So, he remembers Polly because that's his parent. How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right? Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. Why is the parrot in your pocket? It's not technically in my pocket. The court record is it's just like a file. It's just a file with stuff. Don't think about it too hard. I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise, it's going to be the same thing over and over until this trial ends. First things first, I have to prove this man is who he is. Do that, and the motive will prove itself. Okay? food? Well, Polly is a bit of a gourmand, you see? Because you're a cat? Nah. Nah. I do like chicken. I don't know about Parrot. She only eats these high-quality bird pellets from France. What? They all have them in the big pet shop downtown. But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why did you go back to the shack? Well, I kinda got lost, you see? Oh no. The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack. Yeah, right. Nice try. Okay. I see, so he was lost. Please, Your Honor, come to your senses! Okay. You've lost much of your memory, is that correct? Yup. Seems like it. Then how could you know that you don't have anything to do with the incident? Oh, I see. This is the angle we're taking. Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory, You know exactly who you are. The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. Apparently, he doesn't even have a photo ID. If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof. How am I supposed to prove? Glad you've come to your senses. Very well, witness. Please continue. Uh-oh. Might I say something, Mr. Wright? Yes? Yes, Your Honor? You've been saying the same thing now over and over. You've been calling the witness' memory of the past, or lack thereof, into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case? Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he has nothing to do with this case and no motive. That is baloney. Both of those statements are lies. Order, fries, chicken burger, fish burger. Mr. Wright, there is a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying you know who this witness is? Of course, Your Honor. Ho, 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 ho. Merry Christmas. Now this is interesting. I would like to know myself. So who is he? Don't play dumb, Von Klarma. Mr. Wright, please tell us. It's Yanni Yogi. His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff. Yogi? That name seems familiar. Oh! I ordered a Dianyan and shipping has been horrible. Sorry about that. Please contact management. Well, we'll see what we can do. Yanni Yogi from the DL6 incident. It figures the judge would have heard of it. It was such a famous case. But what does this mean? I mean, the judge was probably working 15 years ago as well. But what does this mean? Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive. Tisku, 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 tisku. Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This man, this witness, is Yanni Yogi. Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof. And allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory. Did have Diania Prime. Thank you for yet another gifted subzon. Yeah. What a lovely community. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, then I've got nowhere else to go. That's a threat. Oh, that's a threat and a promise. How are you going to prove it? How can you prove that he's Yada Yogi? It's okay, it's actually quite simple. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on file for Yana Yogi 15 years ago. I see. That makes sense. Tisk, tisku, tisku, tisku. Uh-oh. Huh? I'm so very sorry, Mr. Wright. Oh. What? The witness has no fingerprints. Oh, that's convenient. What? What? No fingerprints? Someone was in a chemical accident, I guess. Some people that work in factories for a long time don't have fingerprints either. You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingers working with the stuff. Yup. Damn. That would have hurt like a bitch. You think this man would be living off, workplace compensation for that accident, but... Yeah, I don't know if they thought about the DNA thing. I mean, this is a game. This is like a comedy game. They're being a little convoluted about it. Yogi, you sneak! You burned your fingerprints off to hide your past! I think kind of the thinking is, like, at least in terms of DNA, is they might not have his DNA profile on file the way they do for fingerprints. So, because even if you take someone's DNA, you need something to compare it to. So if they don't have anything that they know for sure is Yogi's, and plus it's been 15 years, the DNA's degraded. Dental records? I guess. I mean, assuming he went to a dentist. Some people can't actually afford a dentist. I guess we will not be able to prove his identity because we are one-dimensional thinkers. No! Tisku, tisku, tisku. Well, what will you do, Mr. Wright? It seems that the case has been decided. No? No! I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. But no, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way. There is no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one. Nick, what are we gonna do? I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. I guess that's why there were no prints in the shack. Not that they dusted for prints or anything. What do I do? Mr. Yoki says, what? What? Case closed, Your Honor. Basically. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Well, Mr. Wright? Perhaps you'd like to cross-examine his parrot for a little comic relief, Yeah. Very funny. You're a sore winner, Von Karma. Wait a second. And here it is. The most famous part of this game after the Christmas joke. Cross-examine his parrot. What is it, Nick? No, you're not going to! Your Honor! The defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal. take Mr. Von Karma up on my proposal? Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's parrot. Yep. This is one of like it's famous, but it's also kind of like hidden because no one makes the Christmas joke. But yes, we are going to cross-examine the parrot. Order, well, what do you think, Mr. Von Karma? Need you even ask? This is a farce, I object! Wait a second! You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot! I have a right to do as you suggested! Even though, you know, this is totally bananas. Well, if you're so desperate, then please be my guest. But I mean, it's actually a smart move. Because, when Maya asked, Polly, have we forgotten anything? The parrot said, remember DL6, so it's actually smart. It would be a way to prove his involvement. Of course, should you go through with this, and nothing comes of it, then I hope you're ready for the consequences. Whee! Consequences! Nick, this is crazy! Well, still want to go through with your little game? Yeah, why not? Let the parrot take the stand. I will cross-examine her, Your Honor. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard! Von Karma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, except the parrot! She's my last chance! Don't let us down, Polly! At least, I think so. Bailiff, bring in the parrot, who we happen to have handy for some reason. That's quite a bird. Please tell us your name. Name! The witness is ignoring me. It must hurt to be ignored by a bird. Ahem. Very well, witness. Who is your owner? Please, testify for us. Ow! Ow! Certainly the most concise testimony we've had so far. Very well. Begin your cross-examination. Right. What are you gonna do, Nick? I don't know. What do we do, Maya? Nick was just so desperate. Witness! You can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere! I want you to testify! Maya, you talk to her. Oh, right, what do I say? Have we forgotten something? As I recall, 2 days ago. Polly, have we forgotten something? Don't forget DL6! If I can get Polly to say that here, that will prove that the caretaker had something to do with DL6. Polly, have we forgotten something? Hello! That's not what you're supposed to say. Forgot something we forgot. Hello! Uh-oh. It's not working, Nick. She won't say it. This is ridiculous. Why won't she say it? Tisk, tisk, tisk. Something the matter, Mr. Right? Wait. Don't tell me Von Karma expected this. He couldn't have retrained the parrot in a day. Did he train her not to respond when we asked if we'd forgotten anything? I don't know if you could actually train a parrot that fast. Alright, again? Alright. Very talented with animals, apparently. What's the safe number? The safe? Why? Let's just try to get her to say anything, okay? Polly! What's the number to the safe in the shack? 1228! 1228! My, what a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright, you aren't claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker? It does. Actually, it does. That's why I had her say it. Ha! Ridiculous. How can the number to her safe tell us who the caretaker is? Because people usually use imported dates. Show us your proof. What could possibly link this number to the caretaker's identity? Boop. The DL6 case file? What is this obsession you have with that case? Me, Mr. Wright. Where in this file is something related to that number? Case summary. It's on the case summary page. The case summary. Specifically the date. The date? December 28th. Why, that's today's date. 15 years ago. And the number on that safe is 1228. Oh. He used the date of the DL6 incident as the number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important that date was to him. I see, it certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their sacred numbers to dates. That's not tangible proof. I set my ATM's card number to 001 because I'm number 1. Guys! We need to rob this man and get his ATM card. We have his PIN number. We can drain his bank account. Indeed. Alone, it is a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. We would need some other corroborating evidence. Where am I going to find that? Nick, we're getting closer. One more. If we could just get one more piece of evidence. Right. But what? Very well, witness. You may continue. Alright. We'll ask about the name. Witness! You can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere, blah, 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 blah. What's your name? Maybe I should get her to say her name? Polly! Polly! What's your name? Polly! Polly! Quack! Mr. Wright? I think we've established that this parrot is named Polly. Does this have anything to do with her owner's identity? Yes. Yes, it does. Ha! Fascinating. You claim that the parrot's name will prove her owner's identity? Then show us this proof. Nick, don't you think you're taking this bluffing a little too far? Listen, we're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yanni Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, the proof that the parrot's name reveals the caretaker's identity is... So, we never checked this, so you guys wouldn't know, but... Polly was the name of his fiancée. Was the name of, Yanni's fiancée. In the Japanese, the name was Sayuri, I believe. Which is like, more of an unusual name, I think, to give a bird. Versus, in English, they use a super common name for a parrot. So it's not as obvious that something might be off about the bird's name. excuse me. I'm sniffling. Yes, the file, blah, 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 blah. Which page is this proof on, then? Show us or stop wasting our time! Ba, ba, ba. Please show us the page. Where? Suspect data. It's on the suspect data page. This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide. See? Indeed, it does say that, yes. What was his fiancée's name? Right? They're so cute. I was scrolling through Twitter and I saw these emojis for sale and I was like, oh, I need to get these. I need to get these. So I was like, this could be a celebration present to stream for the fact we hit 100 followers. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who had committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her. I see. I guess that is possible. Bah! A mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter has a dog named Phoenix. Well, Mr. Phoenix, right? Does that make you my granddaughter's fiancé? She's only 7 years old. Whoa! Von Karma, what the heck are you doing? That's enough. I think we've reached a conclusion here. This is a mere coincidence, that's all. True, that is a possibility. However, two coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me. Further proof that Diana is a cat? I mean, I never really shied away from it. And what's they say? Once is a coincidence. No, once is a fluke, twice is a coincidence, 3 times is a pattern. What are you saying? Summon the caretaker of the boat shop immediately. Dun 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 dun. Witness? Tell us your name. Wait! This witness, he doesn't remember! No. It's okay. Damn! Suddenly he's like, Ikemen. Suddenly he's handsome old man. Like, he's standing up straight even. I've accomplished what I've wanted to do. I'm done. Nick! He looks totally different! This is the real Yogi, I think. Finally. Ooh, excuse me. That was the sudden transition? Yeah, he's been faking it this whole time. This is the real Yogi, I think. Finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Bless you, thank you. Gesundheit keeps these things. The air is pretty dry in here. Doing better than I have been, but I am definitely a little snarfy today. Acting for 15 years. Well. Let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court. My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court. 1 second, I gotta blow my nose and I got no tissue. My bad. I hit the button to unmute. It did not. Alright. Robert Hammond, he said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me seem innocent, get me off the hook. So, I pretended to have brain damage. And, you know, no one tested. You got it just before I sent. Yeah, I glanced over at my audio mixer and I saw the bar was grayed out, which means it's muted, so it's like, oh, hold on. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancé, my social standing. Then, this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought this was my chance after 15 years. This was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets. Wait a moment. Revenge? Against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond. Von Karma? Where is Mr. Yogi? Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession. Then, the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, is innocent. In this case, at least. Interesting wording. Very well. Will the defendant please take the stand? There are a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case. So, I would like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections? I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything? Very well. The court finds the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. Yay! Confetti! Woo! That is all. This court is adjourned. Did someone just say objection? It wasn't Von Karma. Wait, but that means no. Edgeworth! Your Honor, I object to your judgment. Don't do it. He done did it. He did it. He done got a conscience, this man. Out of nowhere at the worst possible time. Well, what do you mean? I'm not innocent at all. As we have heard, Yada Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what? Nick! Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's going to say he's guilty. He's going to tell them he was the murderer in the DL6 incident. Why don't you say that louder, Maya? He's going to tell them he killed his own dad. Uh-oh. What do I do? Raise an objection. The judgment has already been passed. I object to Edgeworth's outburst. Didn't something like this happen yesterday, too? I believe a certain witness raised an objection after a guilty verdict was passed. That would be Larry. We must hear this new statement. We must hear Miles Edgeworth. Because, you know, it gets me off the hook. He's right. We have a duty to hear Mr. Edgeworth out. For 15 years, I've had a reoccurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. But Now I know it wasn't a dream. Yanayogi wasn't the killer. You mean, in the incident where your father died? From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murderer, the criminal in the DL6 incident, it was me! Your Honor, I confess my guilt! I am guilty for DL6, the statute of limitations of which ends today! The culprit is me! Confessing to accidental murder when you were 9 years old, my. Order! Order! This time there are no orders, actually, I just need to say that. This is certainly unexpected. The defendant declared innocent is confessing to a different crime. A crime for which the statute of limitations runs out today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this. Bah! It's obvious. We hold a trial. Right here. Right now. Even though, you know, I am pretty sure that goes against all legal proceedings. No one's had time to prepare or anything. We try this man for his crime of 15 years ago. I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned! God damn it, Edgeworth. 2:24 p.m. I'm sorry, right? I just wasted all of your effort. Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it, sir. I mean, you killed your dad? I did want to believe it myself, detective. But it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances. This is crazy, just crazy. Nick? What are you doing? Huh? Oh! I was just reading through the court record one more time. I'm getting my case ready. Your case? For what? Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm going to prove that Mouse Edgeworth is innocent. What are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it in court. I mean, he literally doesn't even remember what happened in the elevator, like. Phoenix a real friend, right? He's a good guy. I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe your nightmare. What? I'm just casually gaslighting you. It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me. Oh. Right. Oh, it's a long day. They were in court at 9 a.m. They've been standing around arguing for like 6 hours. Now then, I would like to resume our trial. Judge, Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, though pointless, let the defense do their cross-examining. The statute of limitations on the DL6 incident runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one by the book. It's unconventional for you to run something by the book? Oh, okay. I see. Does the defense have any objections? No, Your Honor. Von Karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you? Well, Miles Edgeworth, take the stand. Dun dun dun. Will the witness state his name and profession? Miles Edgeworth. I am a prosecuting attorney. Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct? It is correct. Then testify about this matter to the court. When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That will be the key, but only if I can get it to work. Please? Please? The DL6 incident. That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all. And until now, you thought this memory was a dream. We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. Oh my god. That is literally the stuff of nightmares for me. I'm claustrophobic. The oxygen in that elevator ran out, and I lost my memory of the events. Bah! The same claim Mr. Yogi had made. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. Alright, here we go. The gun fired once? Yes. I think... Oh, excuse me, oh my god. My throat suddenly went really dry. 1 second. I have cough drops too. The weather's just been so garbage. Anyway. It's all this A+ voice acting, thank you. I know. Usually I warm up before streams too. I didn't do as much as I should have today. Alright, there we go. That should help. I think after I threw it, I lost consciousness. Since then, they've echoed in my head every day. That gunshot and that horrible scream. The scream. It's a terrible scream, okay? To this day. Yes, I can practically hear it now. I doubt I will ever forget that scream as long as I live. Alright, how to make Von Karma scream. There it is. One part of that testimony clearly contradicts the evidence. Okay. So let's check this stuff again. Let's see. Oh, right. The bullet went out the door. Whoops. Only 2 things. I know my father lost, and Wildcover was the prosecuting attorney. Help. It was 50 years ago. I don't remember the details. Okay. let's see if this is it. Aha! So, there was only one gunshot? Yes, I'm sure of it. I heard that shot and the scream, then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. I see. No, Your Honor. Unfortunately, you don't. You old guys need some glasses. Take a look at this. This is a photograph of the crime scene 15 years ago, and in it lies a clear contradiction to Mr. Edgeworth's testimony. Well, I can see the victim, Gregory Edgeworth, lying there. But, oh, what do you mean a contradiction? Just as I thought, the judge is clueless. As always, how did this guy pass the bar? Show the judge the contradiction. Yeah, if there was only one shot, why is there a hole in the glass? As should be obvious, the contradiction is here. I see. A bullet hole in the door. Your Honor? Miles Edwards testifies that there was only one gunshot. However, according to this photograph, not one, but 2 shots were fired. One shot hit the victim, the other hit the elevator door. I ask you then, why did Miles Edwards only hear one gunshot? This photograph does seem to confirm a second shot. However, when was the hole in the elevator made? Oh! It might have been there before the incident occurred? Yeah, you know, like the court would just leave a bullet hole in an elevator door. Like, totally. Like, I know you gotta prove that, but literally that makes no sense. It was caused at the time of the incident. Fuck. Do we? One bullet hole. Ah, there we go. We do have evidence. Yes. Your Honor, I think I will be able to show you proof. What? Impossible! Now, Mr. Von Karma, save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show us your proof. What do you have that proves the bullet hole in the door was related to this incident? Once again, the case file. Your Honor, the answer is in this file. You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? Well, I mean, this is the DL6 murder trial. Of course I'm gonna write out the file. I don't accept this evidence. Unless you can tell us what page it's on. What page? Victim data. Look at the victim data in this file. It says it quite plainly. The murder weapon was fired twice. Miles Edgeworth only heard one gunshot. Yet the murder weapon was fired twice. Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart, rest in peace. The other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else. Mr. Wright! But who could that someone else be? The murderer, of course. I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the DL6 incident case file. Look closely. Try the case summary page. The case summary page? That's on page 1. Look what is written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene. The gun was fired by the murderer? No way, no way, Jose! If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene. He does have a point. That second bullet has never been found. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter. The whole truth. It was undoubtedly something else that made that bullet hole in that door. Yeah, you know. A phantom gun. Order! I will have order! Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly. That the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. Von Carver says, the second bullet fired was not found. What does that have to do with proving that the gun got fired twice? Like, why do we need to have found the bullet to prove that, like, something got shot twice? Like, they talked about how, like, the earthquake was so severe in this courthouse that, like, part of the roof collapsed. It's reasonable to assume that, like, you wouldn't find the bullet in all of that, like. So, all we have is the single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defense's claim. Tisku, tisku, tisku. I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter. Ah! How did this happen? I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. That was a weird sentence. That was like double negative. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident? What do you think, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection? I'm sorry, Maya. What? It looks like I was wrong. Money! Hello! Nick? If the second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjectures are for nothing. No. No! But you said you'd do it, Nick! You said you'd get Edgeworth declared innocent! I'm sorry. Just when I saw that photograph, I thought that 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it, I thought I'd won! Once again, why does not having the second bullet mean that the gun wasn't fired twice? Like, I thought there was another person, someone else, who fired the killing shot. But now, I was wrong to think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years, Nick. Well, it seems that we have finally cleared up this incident. Only 1 bullet was found at the scene of the crime. The shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth. Precisely. I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial thus far? Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any objections? No. No, I do not. So you killed your father, though that was not your intention. Yes, I did. Oh no. He's accepted the guilt? Very well. The statute of limitations on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce a verdict on the defendant today, right here. Right now! Right here! Right now! Indeed. Does anyone have any objections? I've been here before. It's just like my first day in court. There are so many things I know I should be saying. but my mind's gone blank. I can't find the words. Mr. Right? No objections. Every lead I thought I had has been squashed. This is really the end. Edgeworth, I'm sorry. I closed my eyes. What was it I had been doing all this time? Was it my whole life leading up to today? But now that I'm here, I know I failed. Mia, I'm sorry. No. Not yet. Huh? Maya? What? Object! Your only weapon! Are you okay? Nick? He's in such a dire strait that Mia's able to reach him from the spirit realm without Maya. What's happening to me? I have to think. Wait. Don't think. Act! Your Honor! I object! Tisku, tisku, tisku. Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object? Oof. Well... You know... Nick? I don't know. His case is perfect. Well, don't give him too many compliments. Oh no. Ah! It must exist. The second bullet. What? What did you just say? Nothing! The second bullet must exist. But where? Someone took it. Literally, why did no one consider this? It seems waiting is not going to produce us any answers from Mr. Wright. Wait, Your Honor! The second bullet, it existed! What? But we've just heard proof that it did not exist. Not really. I realize that, Your Honor. I'm really grasping here. It's just... someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened. But who? The murderer! The murderer? Tell us. Just who is this murderer? I'm still thinking about that one. So the criminal took the second bullet? But why? Huh? First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for the bullet? The murderer didn't need it? Why would the murderer have spent the time to look for that stray bullet? I haven't got a clue! What's wrong, Mr. Wright? The murderer had no reason to take the bullet. You don't want to admit it, but it's true. Had to take it. Had to take it? The murderer? What does that mean? You're thinking too normal. Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor! I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene, but, the murderer had to take the bullet. Had to, Mr. Wright? What do you mean? You are making no sense here. Well, for instance... For instance, what? Maybe the bullet, hit the murderer? The bullet? Hit the murderer? Just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you would have to take it with you, wouldn't you? Unless, like, you know, it went straight through you. It's not like you could perform surgery right there. You know? Oh, wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head, but what if that's what really happened? Let me get this straight. So, at the time of the murderer themselves was shot? And they left with the second bullet still inside of them? Thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime? Yes, I guess that's how it would work, yes. But there's a problem with that. The other two people rescued from that elevator, Miles Edgeworth and Yanni Yogi, were both unharmed. So that would mean the murderer came from outside, yes. The two men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges, and the bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. Then, the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside. Mr. Wright, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known. I can tell you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say. What are you saying? Deny it! Deny it! No one involved with the incident was wounded. There was no murderer. No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right. I can't think of anyone. Hey, Nick. Huh? I just thought of something really crazy. Crazy? Well, crazy's all we got right now. Remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday? Gregory Edward dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Wow. It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting. What if Von Karma didn't take that vacation because of shock, but took it because he was injured? Which would mean... could only mean one thing. He was the murderer in the DL6 incident! He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth! It was Von Karma! Oh man. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You seem dazed. No, Your Honor. Well, you have indicated the possibility that the murderer came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect? Uh-oh. Did I come out now and say it? I mean, when else are you supposed to? Say it. Your Honor, there is a suspect. One lone suspect. Well, this is certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who is your suspect? Ah, my hands are shaking. The what? Von Karma! You mean the Von Karma? The prosecutor? The one standing right over there? Bah. You don't object? I see no need. Why honor this ridiculous outburst with my objection? Because you took a vacation for several months starting the day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason? So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident? Fascinating. Prove it. I would have needed surgery, no? Where Where did I go under the knife at, Mr. Wright? Bring the doctor that operated on me. Have him testify. Nick? Let's find out who his doctor is. It's no use. Edgeworth? I know Von Karma. Perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That would leave a doctor as a witness. Imagine just having a metal slug in you for 15 years, just rusting. So what, Nick? Did Von Karma pull the bullet out by himself? That would be nuts. No, he couldn't have. You can't just pull bullets out of yourself. Wait. What does that mean? That bullet has to be somewhere. But where? Sheer force of will? Eject all bullets from you? I was just thinking, taking a bullet out of yourself sounds like something that would happen in like JoJo's Bizarre Adventures or Hokuto no Ken. Eject the bullets from you is definitely something that would happen in Hokuto no Ken. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Well, Mr. Wright. Can you produce evidence to prove that I was shot? Yeah. Alright, Von Karma, I'll prove it. I'll even use evidence. I know how you like it so much. If it wasn't a vital point, you could remove a bullet. Yeah. Probably not a good idea, though. No. In this particular case, I think they're assuming it's in his shoulder. So depending where that is, yeah, it might not have been in a good spot. And plus, it would probably also depend on how deep the bullet was. What? You don't need a doctor to get a bullet out of your shoulder? True. But this guy sure didn't do it. Von Karma is perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery, leaving an evidence trail, or even, like, you know, a black market doctor. So then, I ask, where is that bullet now? I think it's unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself. You don't mean... I do? There is the possibility that the bullet is still inside Von Karma. Is that even possible? For all these years? Well, I mean, it's possible. It's probably not a good idea. Well, there's only one way to find out. We could use this metal detector. Well, Von Karma, I'm going to run this over you and see what we find. How did this guy ever get on a plane? Actually, no, he probably hasn't been on a plane. Wait, how did he even get into the courthouse? Courthouses have metal detectors and scanners at the entrance. How did he even get it to work for 15 years if a metal detector is gonna set off the bullet in his shoulder? I refuse. You refuse? But refusing this means you acknowledge that the bullet is still inside you? Order! Order, order, order! Your Honor, the defense requests that we be allowed to use the metal detector. Judge, I call for suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy. The statute of limitations runs out on this case today. It was you that said we had to end it right here, right now. Enough. I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing. Nick, what does this mean? I don't know, but we have to give it a shot. Oh, well, we found something. It reacted! Something's inside his right shoulder! The bullet! Or, you know, he's got body jewelry or something. Mr. Von Karma? You. It was you! Boys, we got him! Bang, 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 have a nice dream. I was afraid this would happen, and so I remained silent. Indeed, there was a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident. You know, someone else shot me. It's an old war wound. I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to DL6. I mean, we could force you to get surgery and see if the bullet still has any ballistic markings. But can't... Mr. Von Karma! Can you prove that? Prove? I have no obligation to prove anything. It is Mr. Wright who must prove something here. Not I. Mr. Wright? Well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Von Karma's shoulder was from DL6? Of course he can't. You don't have any of the DL6 evidence. Ha 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 ha, joke's on you. That's because he took it out of the records room yesterday. With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright. No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma. What? You were close. One day away from freedom. But you see, I have proof. What? Why would you... Who would have thought you would take your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. And here's my final proof. Thanks, Maya. That's... a bullet? Where did you get that? This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident. Somehow Maya managed to get it from you while you were electrocuting us. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely, with all the ballistic markings intact. Ballistic markings? You may recall the term. It came up in the first trial 2 days ago. Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets fired from a gun are marked with that weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet. Handy-dandy. It's quite accurate, yeah. Just gotta shoot at a barrel. We have 2 bullets in our possession. One, the bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other is the bullet buried in your shoulder, Von Karma. We could analyze both bullets. Then, if the markings matched, we would know the bullets had been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol, in other words, the murder weapon! Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder. Then we'll compare the ballistic markings to those on this bullet. And solve this case once and for all! Well, Mr. Von Karma, somehow we're gonna find a doctor to do surgery on you in like the next 6 hours. Oh my goodness. Warg? That scream. I've heard that scream before. Wait! I know! Help! I can't breathe. Quiet! I said quiet, you're not making this any easier. Stop breathing my ear! I'll stop you! And here we go. It's that scream I heard in the elevator. 15 years ago. Von Karma! It was you! Mr. Von Karma? Oh my god, Edward, only you would dare defy me! So, it was you. Oh my god. Sir? Sir, calm down. You and my father are my curse! Your father shamed me with a penalty! And you left a scar on my shoulder! Oh. I'll bury you! Oh my god, oh. Wow! 15 years earlier? Chief Prosecutor, I am sorry. I think he has the Somnium files too. Virus? Ah, yes, the TC Purge. Von Karma, it's not like you to make this kind of error. I never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you. I was careless. I'm sorry, but you will have to be penalized. I've covered for you in the past, but not this time. Edgeworth! It was a shock like none I'd ever known. Me? Penalized? It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly, I found myself in the darkness. It was your own fault. You, fabricated evidence. I was in the court records room. I must have wandered in there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went out into the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button, but nothing happened. Then, there was a noise. I was in pain! A horrible, horrible burning pain in my shoulder! Just then, the lights came back on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew then it was destiny. What a fucked up dude. In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died, never knowing who shot him. Later, he spoke through our medium, blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was the perfect crime. Tisku, tisku, tisku. Who would have thought another man would have come to open that elevator door? Judge! What? What are you doing? Do your job! Bring an end to this miserable charade! How does this keep getting deeper? Well, fortunately, for better or worse, this is the end. Now, end it! End me! Very well. Finish him! It appears that we have come a very long way to the end of this maze. 15 years later, Mr. Miles Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. You are innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare. Yes, Your Honor. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty! That is all. This court is adjourned. For real this time. Oh, 5:30, 8 p.m. We didn't even get to have lunch. Nick, we did it! Did you see his face? Well, Karma looked even paler than usual. He's pretending to be all cool, but inside you crushed him. I gotta say, I'm impressed. It was pretty close though. I was sure we'd had it. I know, I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself. But now it's all just a good memory. I don't know about good memory. So, it's finally over, Edgeworth. Right? Yeah? I'm not sure how to say this. I know, try. Thank you. I see. Thank you, right. You're welcome. I think you could have done better than that. Sorry, I'm not good at this sort of thing. You got a lot to learn, Edgeworth. She's got you there. Whoop! I'm amazing, pal. You piled through just like I knew you would. I'll never forget this. I owe you one, pal. And tonight, let's party. Dinner's on me. Me and my $5 an hour. Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month. But who cares? Credit cards! See, Mr. Edgeworth, you should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you. I see. Whoop! I feel foolish. No, she meant taking us out to dinner. Don't worry. Take it a little at a time. You'll get used to it. It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded. Hey, y'all! As Doctor would say, credit card debt. Oh no! Lotta! Y'all were great in there. Oh my god, it's been so long, it's easy to forget that this was the same case that had Lotta in it. Yo, Edgeworth, congrats! Thank you all very much. I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your hand in the cookie jar even if no one was there. You were on the witness of the first day of trial, weren't you? Yeah, well, let bygones be bygones, yeah? Speaking of which, what are you doing now, Lotta? Who, me? Aw, I went back to college. I gave up trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick. Really? That's too bad. Huh? Isn't that the hot dog guy from the park? Huh? It's over, Nick! My life is over! Why the sad face, Larry? What happened now? Oh, Nick, I'm not long for this world. You don't look sick. He got dumped again, didn't he? It's Beyonce! She's going to live in Paris! Paris, Nick! She's leaving me behind! Should have seen that coming. Yo, Edgy, there you are! And sadly, he's back to normal. Yes, here I am. Congrats, Edgy! Here, a little gift from me in celebration. Celebration? That's unusual for you. Harry Butts, you came along? You come along tonight, too. My treat, pal. Huh? Thanks. Looking forward to it. Yo, Nick. That's the student that questioned me. When he says treat, that's not police talk for prison food, right? Right? I think you'll be fine, Larry. Right? Yeah? What's up? That envelope that Larry gave me. It's got money in it. Well, yeah, that's not that strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes. It's $38, right? Huh. What a weird amount. I mean, it's not a little, but it's not a lot either. 38 exactly? Nick! Wasn't that exactly the amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth in school? $38! No! No! Larry, it was you! What are you so surprised about, right? Huh? Larry was absent that day from school, right? But that doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. What? Think back to that day 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored, so he came to school anyway. Then he saw the money lying there, and the rest is history. After all this time! I was never good at history. It's only because Nick is a good guy that he didn't punch Larry in the face. Edgeworth? You didn't know, did you? I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you didn't. The whole class was against you, remember? Yeah, too well. Right, you may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the butts, right? When something smells, it's usually the butts, yeah. I know. Really right. I'm surprised you did figure it out. Well, this sure isn't an unexpected turn of events, huh? Edgeworth? You should have told me! Now, Nick, it was 15 years ago. Don't you think the statute of limitations has run out? Maya, don't forgive him. I say so, yes. There you have it. Ah! Where does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did. Well, you have always been something of an insufferable emotionalist. Yeah, and you get worked up too easily too. That's what it means. Death! The death sentence for both of you! Man, if only I'd known, I'd have become a prosecutor! The same goes for me, only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought that I might have killed my own father. I thought I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. What the fuck? If I'd known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all. Edgeworth? Want to switch, right? Hey, y'all, line up, I'll take a photo. Hey, photo time, let's go! And after that, dinner on me. Detective Gumshoe took us out on the town that night. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom, even though Edgeworth himself was still a detective. What the fuck? December 29th, 5:02 a.m. Damn early. Whoa. I went a little overboard yesterday. Oh my god, he drank himself unconscious. My head hurts. Huh? It's still only 5. Maybe I should go back to sleep. What's this? A letter? Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you, it made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium. In training, of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth, too. I wanted to help you. But I couldn't. I was useless. So I've decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick. Goodbye? What time is it? Ah! The first trains for the mountains have already left! To the station! Run, 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 run! I guess I'm too late. Hey! Nick! Maya! So, you're leaving? Yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay? Whoa, wait! What? I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help. Huh? On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mia's voice. You heard my sister? Yes, only her voice, but still. It was at the very end when I thought we lost everything. Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped, and Mr. Grossberg, and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick. But you were the one who stopped Von Karma, Maya. Huh? I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in a haze. Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped. Evidence? Here we go. Boom! A bullet? Von Karma was convinced he had taken all the evidence pertaining to DL6. But you were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence we needed. This was the bullet that put an end to Von Karma. And you were the one who gave it to me. Nick. Thanks, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you. I'll be back soon. Oh? I'm going to complete retraining and come back. Okay. I'll be waiting. Of course you will. You can't run that office by yourself. You're hopeless. I don't know about that. So, this is it. See you soon, Maya. Aww. Thanks, Nick. And so, my story ends. Time to turn a new page. And say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Now, a new story begins. With the same old crazy cast of characters. Ha! Don't think you've graduated yet, amateur, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim? Yes, Your Honor. Uh-oh. I got a bad feeling about this. There's credits! But remember, when they made the DS port for this, because this was originally a GBA game, they added a 5th case. So technically, we're not done with this game yet. There's DLC. You like that one? Yeah! Arguably, this is like the best case in this game. That and the Turnabout Sisters one with Maya and Mia. The DLC case is kind of hit or miss. It's really long, and it's not like the most fantastic case, but like it's interesting. They made it to take advantage of like the DS touchscreen and stuff. So like it's got new mechanics to it, so it's fun to play just for that. But then after that case, then we'll join the first game in the trilogy. Then we've got 2 more. Then we've got Apollo Justice, like the quote-unquote Apollo Justice trilogy, which isn't really like the Apollo Justice trilogy. But I understand why they packaged it that way. Because if I remember correctly, the story spanned across the trilogy like this? Yep, it sure does. Like, each part of the trilogy is a little bit standalone in its way, but there is stuff that connects and carries through. Like, the Faye family stuff always plays a huge part in the games. Not so much in the Apollo Justice ones, because the the Faye family doesn't show up again until the last game in that trilogy, if I remember right. But there are still sort of like mysticism stuff that's happening. Like, yeah, Will Powers shows up in the third game again. Lotta shows up in the third game again. Old Bag shows up in the third game. No, was it the third game or the second game? The second game, yeah. There's mostly a new cast of characters in the second one, but that's because in like the second like set of trilogies, the Apollo Justice one. But that's mostly because Apollo Justice is like 15 years later or something. Like Apollo is like a little kid in the at this point in time. The third game, so that's Phoenix Wright Justice for... No, it's Trials and Tribulations is the third one, if I'm remembering right. The one that has Godot in it is the most popular one. And understandably, it's really, really solid. In that one, every single case is very much intertwined. So it feels like a huge, cohesive story. Yes, Trials and Tribulations is the third one. That's considered the most popular, and I sort of think of it as my favorite. Aww! Look at Edgeworth's face. He's looking at Nick so, like, proud. Yep, there we go. And, whoop, rises from the ashes. And so we have a new cast of characters for, the fifth one. Because they did it, like, they did exactly, you know, undo the fact that Maya went home. So they brought in, like, new characters. So we have a new assistant for one case. But she does show up in the Apollo Justice ones. But yeah, you can tell this was made for the DS, because oh my god, look at this cutscene. Dun dun dun. It's been 2 months since Maya left the office. 2 months without a single trial, so it's February-ish? I've had offers, but none I took. That is, until the day that girl showed up. Somehow I was still able to pay rent, who knows how. Oh yeah, and if you didn't know, because I looked up the release timeline to confirm the name of the Ace Attorney games, there was a crossover between Phoenix Wright and Professor Layton. Like, back in 2012. I never played that one. I heard it's, like, kind of hit or miss. Why do I even come here to the office every day? It's not like I want to work. Oh, mood. I have that on your 3D. Oh, okay. You guys are ahead of the game than me. But you need to like both games to enjoy it. I do love Professor Layton. I've played all of them. I haven't played the new one with oh my god, what's her name? Katya? There you are, finally! Where have you been? My sister's trial is tomorrow! Who are you? Doesn't matter who I am, it only matters who you are! The famous defense attorney, Mia Fey! Somehow she missed the memo that, Mia's been dead for like a year. Oh! You're not Mia Fey, are you? I'm sorry, but, Miss Mia Fey no longer works here. Yeah, it's the newest games in the series are about, Layden's daughter, correct. So, you are the coffee boy? Do we not have a sign out front? I'm Phoenix Wright, a defense attorney. Right. Wait! You're the Phoenix Wright? The Phoenix Wright from the Edgeworth murder case? Yes, that's correct. It wasn't Edgeworth who was murdered, though. That's a relief, then. You're better than nobody. Thanks. I'm sorry, I'm afraid I'm not taking cases right now. But you are Phoenix Wright, right? The undefeated defense attorney? Look, I'm not accepting any new cases. I'm sorry, but you'll have to try elsewhere. Please! I'm out of time. But, please. You have to help. It's my sister. Maya? Could it be? See, she even has the hair bun. Okay. I'll hear you out. What? Really? Thank you so much! My name's Emma. Emma Sky. It's from season 2 of the anime? Oh, I didn't remember there was an anime. I know there were Professor Layden movies, but... I'm a scientific investigator. Scientific investigator? Well, she even has a name badge. Emma? Emma, was it? So you're a scientific investigator? Yes, that's right. Is something wrong? No, it's just you seem kind of, jumpy. Or maybe just young? Scientific investigator? I barely even know her! Young? I'll be 16 years old this year. Oh, I see. Wait, only 16? Oh wow, there really is a TV anime. Oh, that's right. They made an anime as a tie-in to the game, didn't they? I thought they did. I thought there was a game with the daughter. I'm apparently just... We're experiencing the Mandela effect here. Wait. Yeah, I was just gonna say there are games with the daughter. It's just not this particular one. It's been a while since there's been a game with the daughter. Like, 6 years. So still sort of Mandela effect-y in that I thought a game with her just recently came out. But that's not the case. Yeah, I'm getting confused on the timelines. I'm set to be formally assigned to forensics in 3 more years. Well, you hope so anyway. My work is becoming quite well known. At my age, no less. So what exactly is your current position then? Well, legally speaking, I guess you'd call me an 11th grader. But I'm ready to do my job! At my age, no less! Great. Another future professional in training. Scientific investigator. So you want to be a scientific investigator when you grow up then? Excuse me? I'm not a child, I'll have you know. Still, it's good to have a goal. Albeit a very unusual one. I believe investigations should be done scientifically. Don't you? Yeah. Sure can't fault her for a lack of enthusiasm. If the case is handled scientifically, I'm sure my sister's name will be cleared. Or... sister? I've been doing research, you know? I'm developing a new scientific method of case investigation. I'll show you when I'm done. I'm looking forward to it. Guess I should get down to the detention center and talk to her sister. Alright, so what's the case exactly? So, what's this about a case? You said the trial's tomorrow? My sister didn't do it! She wouldn't stab someone with a knife! She wouldn't! So, it's a murder case. I don't care if there's a witness who saw her do it! She didn't do it! I know she didn't do it. It's a scientific fact! And there's a witness. Just talk to her! You have to talk to her! Right, I suppose I will. I promised her I'd bring Mia Fey, but... That's interesting. How would she know Mia? Relation to Mia? My sister asked for Mia specifically. You wouldn't stab me with a knife. Man stabbed with a knife. Yeah, basically. We even saw her in the cutscene stabbing them. This Mia Fey person was a few years below her in school. So they went to the same school, huh? She always told me to go to Mia if I ever needed a defense attorney. And, well, I need one. Incidentally, Mia is a woman. Now that you mention it, I guess it is more of a woman's name than a man's. Well, it's nice of you to help your sister out like this. You must be close. Well, actually, if she gets like she is now, I kind of hate her. Huh? But she's my only family. Your only family? What about your parents? They died in a car accident when I was little. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, that's awkward. Time to just leave. February 22nd. I wonder what's wrong with Emma. She got quiet all of a sudden as soon as we arrived. Guard? I thought I told you I didn't want visitors. So sorry, ma'am. It's just your sister. No excuses! Or did you not want a raise this year? Understood, ma'am. What was that all about? Hi, Lana. Funny. I seem to remember specifically telling you not to come here. perhaps my memory is failing? Look, I didn't want to come either, okay? But your trial's tomorrow, and you still don't have a defense attorney. I'll be the one in court tomorrow. This has nothing to do with you, Emma. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Hey! How do you know me? Mia mentioned you. I've heard quite a bit. I'm sorry? What exactly is it that you do? My name is Lana Sky. I'm chief prosecutor for this district. You're a prosecutor? Two sisters, one a lawyer. Could this be a coincidence? No, it is destiny! Emma, Lana, I mean, they're just like... Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Well, the case. There's something you should know from the start. What? Which is? The suspect in this case has confessed to the crime. Huh? Wait, but the suspect? The suspect is... me. I did it. Well, Mr. Wright? Well... Why don't you begin by telling me exactly what happened? The crime took place yesterday, February 21st, at 5:15 p.m. That's quite specific. It was in the witness's deposition. A witness clearly saw me committing the crime. That was a bit of bad luck, wasn't it? The crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecution's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. Prosecutor's office, huh? In your subordinate's car? Classy. I was arrested on the spot. Caught red-handed, as it were. Well, that's just great. The victim? So, who was the victim? An investigator with the police department. I suppose the correct term is detective. A detective. Oh, no wonder this trial is on a speed run. The police always want to get a guilty verdict when it's one of their own. Death was due to a loss of blood. He was stabbed once in the stomach. By... you? Death wasn't immediate, but the wound was fatal. I see. Allow me to repeat myself, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective. You know what that means, don't you? Uh-oh. What? What does it mean? Well, it means the police department will consider it a matter of pride to have me found guilty. They will use any means at their disposal to do so. This case gets worse and worse with everything I learned! Lana, so you're the chief prosecutor? That is correct. I'm responsible for overseeing every trial handled by prosecutors in this district. I make sure the prosecutors have what they need to do the job and manage every aspect. Those are my responsibilities, in a nutshell. That's an awfully large nutshell. Still, I'm a little surprised. I would think you'd recognize the district's chief prosecutor, Mr. Wright. Huh? In fact, it seems impossible you wouldn't. Lana? What happened to your hand? Oh, this? I cut myself by accident. When I stabbed him, that is. Huh? I'm not very good at being a criminal, I suppose. How am I supposed to defend this? Good luck. I mean, everyone deserves, fair and accurate representation, even if they're guilty. Ugh, time to change the subject. Wait, so she was in the class ahead of Mia, wasn't she? Relation to Mia? you were in school with Mia, correct? Few years above her? Emma told you that, didn't she? Well, why not? I did drag him all the way here from his office. Although it seems he has very little in common with Mia. Hey! It was in law school. I was in my 3rd year and she was auditing the class. She was different than the other students. Different? She was strong. She'd do anything to become a defense attorney. Anything. That was probably why she was attracted to me. Ooh. Excuse me? Intellectually attracted. Sure. Sure. Whatever you say. I was the best there was. Oh. I'm doing pretty good in school too, by the way. It sounds a bit different when Emma says it. Well, Mr. Wright. Excuse me? As you can plainly see, I am admitting my guilt. I think it's safe to say there's no way you can take this case. Non-intellectually roommates? Yeah, I mean, you can be intellectually attracted to someone and date them, like... It doesn't have to be a physical attraction. But Lana? Why? Why are you doing this to me? You never think of anyone but yourself. I know you didn't do it, Lana. I know it. So how can you say you did? If I lose you, I'll be all alone. I hate you, Lana. Mr. Wright? Yes. I believe our discussion here is ended. The rest, I leave to you. You mean you're requesting my services? Don't lose any sleep over it. Your client has confessed after all. The case is over. Right. I'll do what I can to get to the bottom of this. Lana has confessed to the crime, yes. But something doesn't fit. It's that look in Emma's eyes. There's something else going on here. And I'm going to find out what. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. Huh? About what? My sister. She's not always like this, you know. I just never expected to be defending another prosecutor again. She's changed a lot. She used to be so gentle, always smiling. Everybody liked her. I see. Sorry, but I'm having trouble imagining that. What happened to her? I don't know for certain myself. I think maybe she... Well, maybe not. Sounds like there's something in there that defies a simple scientific explanation. Let's go check out this underground parking at the prosecutor's office, shall we? Okay! Here we go. To the crime scene! Underground parking lot. So, this is the lot where it all happened? Looks like they're still investigating. Funny that my first visit to the prosecutor's office should be like this. Hey everyone! Keep up the good work! Otsukare-sama! Hey, what are you thinking? Well, they are going to be my co-workers 3 years from now, after all. No harm in saying hello. Actually, there is. You know attorneys aren't supposed to examine crime scenes. I'm trying to not stand out too much here, see? Hey there. You expecting to go unnoticed here, partner? Partner? Yeehaw! What do we have here? Looks like a bambina got loose from the ranch and is up to no good. Folks gotta learn to keep them doggies tied down, partner. Mr. Marshall! Oh my god, he's shaving his face with a knife in public even. Marshall! Looks more like a sheriff to me. Looky here, Bambina. I know how you feel. But this is my game's gold strike, see? Strike? This is our claim, our territory, with a motherload of evidence. If you're fixing to mess with what's ours, you'll regret it, partner. You know what dreams the cacti out in the desert dream? You want to? What's this guy talking about? You head along home now. Happy trails, Bambina. This is peak Westaboo. It is. Was that, hombre, friend of yours? Kind of? Sort of? Yeah, he's a detective. Who thinks he's a sheriff from the Wild West, it seems. What a guy. What a guy. Alright, let's check some things out. Here, a phone. Let's see if it works. Hey, don't touch stuff we don't need to be touching. I can't hear anything. My ears! No, my ears! Maybe it's due to the barometric pressure. What is she babbling about? Hey! What did you just say? See? You can hear it just fine. The phone's broken. Vent? A ladder. Aha! A ladder! That's a step ladder. What's the difference? In scientific terms, please. A step ladder is two parts connected at a hinge at the top, so you can step up it. A ladder is just one long piece that extends. Scientific, huh? Look at the basic nature of things, Mr. Wright. This all seems so horribly familiar somehow. Look, a door! A step ladder is when you went up the ladder! Do you think the step ladder ever feels awkward in the family? You know, being the only one like them? I'm not sure that door means anything. No, it won't open! A mysterious lock! I fail to see what's mysterious about it. Mr. Wright? You need to learn to enjoy life more. Let's finish our investigation first. Whee. There. This is where the cars leave the lot. The arrow on the ground makes it look more like an entrance. What are you talking about? It's plainly an exit. Well, maybe it's both. Kind of for dual purpose. Aha! The theory of relativity! That makes no sense. What? I've got to write this down. Hey, Mr. Wright? Maybe, you know, was Mr. Relatively German? Or was he British? Oh, no. Mr. Relativity? Are you sure that was his name? Albert Einstein? Definitely not. With a double foot fetish? Oh god. What's this? A wallet? Excuse me, officer! Wait, what are you doing, Mr. Wright? What am I doing? I just found this wallet, so I'm handing it over to the police. I don't believe it. This is real basic. Anything at a crime scene is evidence. Let's be scientific about this, please. Just put it in your pocket. How is that scientific? Wallet hastily stuffed into pocket. I'm called to duty already, and at my tender age. Here, I'll teach you the trick to examining evidence in detail, okay? By the way her eyes are sparkling, I can tell she's been waiting for this. Okay, now, look at the court record. Okay. You have to be sure to examine evidence carefully from all sides. Now, let's start examining from every angle. I wonder how awkward this is. Oh, look! I think there might be a clue here. You should check it out with a press vendor. Okay, cool. This is an ID card. Sergeant Bruce Goodman, ID number 5842189. See? Well, is it scientific investigation useful? I guess. Though I don't see what science has to do with it. Let's be sure to examine every piece of evidence we find. I guess I've got to be on my toes from now on. Alright. And slide! Well, no time to waste. Let's get hunting for clues. I wonder what this is. Well, partner, looks like you got no intention of going home quietly. Whoopsies. The sheriff! Like I said before, this here's our claim. You'd best be moseying along. Unless you're fixing to bite the bullet. Scary. Could you just tell us one thing? Who owns that car? Well, the little filly's got a good nose on her. You want to know who rides that red Mustang with the body in her saddle, huh? Please! No problem, partner. About time for victuals anyway. Get yourself to the saloon up on the 12th floor of the prospector's office. Might just find yourself a cerveza you like. The prospector's office? Where does this guy think he is? And when, for that matter? Note to self, look up Victuals Saloon Cerveza. Maybe we should go check out room 1202, the High Prosecutor's office. In any case, stay away from the car. You can look around here all you like, just keep your paws off our claim. Right, great. Great, maybe there are some clues around here. Excuse me. Were you two all set? Us? What's this? Could it be? You're selling lunches? Here? This is a crime scene. Hello, half and half, was it? Oh, thanks. And you, sir? Yes? Some crunchy goodness coming at you. Thanks. Interesting way of doing business. This area is off limits to anyone without clearance, especially passers-by. Or are you officers? No, but you don't exactly look like the type to have clearance. Well, that's hardly a way to greet someone. Even if my days as the cough-up queen are over. Cough-up? Huh? You know, I'm feeling kind of full. Maybe I'll pass on lunch. I'm quite connected to this case, you see. The images are burned into my eyes, you might say. Yes, all the sordid secrets. Secrets? Dear me, you are a slow one, aren't you? I'm referring to the murder, the stabbing of that detective. What? A witness clearly saw me committing the crime. You mean you're the witness my sister was talking about? Please, cough-up queen, tell us what happened. The name is Angel Star. Don't you go forgetting it. Or before you know it, I'll have you whimpering at my heels. Yes, ma'am? Oh, dear. Alright. I think that's probably a good spot to wrap up. Woohoo! Alrighty. Like I said at the top, I might do 2 streams tomorrow. It depends how my appointment in the morning ends up going. If I do in like the early afternoon / morning, I'm just gonna be grinding through some levels in Final Fantasy 3 because we keep getting into situations where every time we go to the next area, we're out-leveled. So I'm gonna do some level grinding, technically off-stream, off-schedule anyway, and see if I can get us ahead a bit. So next time we play, we can actually, you know, make significant progress in the story. Otherwise, in the evening, I will be playing some Genshin Impact, just kind of goofing around. We're just chilling and chatting. There are some events and stuff, and so I want to catch up on some stuff before Lantern Rite / like the Lunar New Year stuff starts next week. So if you're interested in any of that, I will see you guys then. For the morning stream, just keep an eye on Twitter. I'll like post up like when my appointment's done and I'm planning on starting. Otherwise, evening stream is at 7 p.m. EST as usual. And, well, for now, that's it from me. So, if it's daytime where you are, have a great rest of your day. If it's nighttime, have a great rest when you roll on off to bed. And until next we meet, take care of yourself. Wash your face, brush your teeth, eat good food, maybe touch a little bit of grass. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye! Bye-bye-bye-bye!